What's up?
What up, y'all?
Hopefully,
So,
everybody's having a good day, good week.
yeah, no, we are. It's like I said, today's supposed to be a chill day, and it was not chill at all. So it's kind of a good
Yeah.
thing, but same time you get that mental state that you're like, all right, it ain't gonna be too bad today, and all of a sudden, wham, what happened?
Yep.
Hey,
I
we
had
started. The show started now. We are live.
We are live. Yeah.
What's up, Nick? Nick's another guy we're gonna get on soon. We're trying to work schedules with him, see when we can get him on. Tim on. What's up,
What's
brother?
up, Tim?
My lovely wife, Amanda.
Hola. She done
She done did it twice.
did it
Hola,
twice.
hola. What
Hola,
up,
hola.
Bruce?
What's up, Nick?
Nick. Yep. Got several already tuning in, so it's gonna be a
Yeah.
great show. I'm excited.
So yeah, go. You had one of them days. What didn't show up for some reason?
She's over computers today. She's me and her both are over computers today. Like I'm gonna throw them all out in the parking lot and be good with it.
I had to. I have a hell job. I was trying to finish it up where I can put it all back together tomorrow or in the morning. I had pretty big. Well, I've done a bunch of work for them over the years, but it's called Metal Brothers Hot Rods. So it's one of these. They build these, hundreds of $1,000 hot rods.
Sweet.
But they built one. They finished last year. It was I forgot what 80s model, probably like 86 IROC Z or something like that. This sucker is awesome looking.
Mint.
But somebody had dropped something inside the back quarter panel back there, and so it made an Audi, and they're trying to get it all together. Anyway, fixed it last year. Well, he texted me this morning, and they're trying to get it ready for a show this weekend to take, and somebody dented the passenger door.
Ooh.
And I was like, well, you can bring it, and if you've got a picture of it. And he finally sent it and everything. But then I was like, well, if you take the door panel off, that way I can access it. I said, it'd be better if you take the glass out too. I said, or if you just want to take the whole door off, just bring it to me that way. He's like, well, they're taking the door panel off, and we'll bring it to you. I ain't seen them all day.
Oh man.
And then I had the other buddy I was telling you about earlier that with the scratch all the way down, or scratches all the way down this car. So that took me away from my actual work I'm doing.
Right. As me, I got a tailgate dropped off on me, F-250 aluminum tailgate that I tried to price myself out of, and he's like, "I'm gonna let y'all try it." It's stretched. There's no way, but I tried everything I had at it. Looks like a puckered up butthole now.
I've thrown some of those numbers out lately too, and they're like, "Okay, when can you do it?" I'm like,
oh man,
once you come in here, I'm gonna add you to this list right here that I'm gonna call.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I said, it'll probably be end of December before I get to it. Oh, okay. I mean, you can wait that long. I said, I'll put you up there. I'll call you and say, hey, we got this. But
we had a 57 Chevy come in the other day with hail damage, and I'm praying to God they're cashing out because it was painted in 86, and I'm like, I don't even know where to push at. Like, I don't know what's dense and what's not. So I'm like, please cash out.
That's the roof and the hood. Well, most of this truck has been painted, but the roof, it wasn't just hail. You could tell somebody probably sat up there at one point.
Oh God.
And I told him that when I, did the estimate. He's like, because the beds on this thing is like Bondo like this. It's all, and I'm like, look, some of this really isn't hail damage. I said, but I'm trying to get enough money where I can fix that roof for you. He's like,
right.
I don't care about the beds. If you can fix that roof better. Okay. Well, and then the hood, I start working on it, and it's got these tracks. Looks like a car has done peeled out on that sucker. And it's body work that had been done on it. And
I think our viewers can tell that we're busy and don't talk to each other very much because we're sitting there talking.
Yeah, I know. We got our guest in the back, but
Stefan
Arkale.
I couldn't wait to say that when we went live.
It's Stefan. I'm gonna say it right. Stefan Esche.
What's up, Eldar? He's coming on right now. I hope I said your name right too. We're terrible with names. I said Eldar.
Yep.
Brandon said,
Oh.
"Yep, I ain't even trying."
I ain't even trying. Appreciate you watching, but he's coming on right now. I'll let Andy kind of introduce him a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know him personally. Been watching him on social media. He's blowing it up. Like his videos are top notch. So that's what kind of caught my eye. And what better place to talk to him than right here on the show, so everybody gets to know him a little bit better. I'm excited to have him on and kind of talk about his journey into PDR right now and see where he's headed with it. So let's get him on.
All right, what's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
And I want to go ahead and point out that this is our first guest in a very long time. That as soon as he comes on, sounds like a professional.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like it ain't staticky.
It's not staticky. Yeah, it's all.
Well,
nice.
good. I'm glad it worked then.
It's great.
It was a little touch and go for a moment.
And it's not just for us; it's for the viewers and the listeners that actually can hear our guests. So.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, last time was Tyler, and we had that echo. Like nobody else could hear it, thank God. But I was like, every time I talk, I hear myself. I was like, I'm gonna develop a twitch.
It's tough.
And I still have to go back and listen to that one to make sure nobody else heard it. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I ain't either. I'm terrible. Man, listen, that is some crisp audio.
Good.
So yeah, as you can tell, his social media game's on point. He's got his microphone and all the equipment for it and everything else. So.
I've had a few social medias actually. I had one that failed first, where I got most of this equipment, and then I did the cars afterwards. And honestly, I do most of that just from this phone.
Right.
But I've got all this equipment around, so thanks for letting me use it.
Absolutely, anytime.
I appreciate it.
Mine's hidden. It's right here.
Yeah. I like to show it off.
Do you ever do any voiceovers with it?
Yeah. I really try and keep it with the phone. So I actually have a little lapel mic for some voice recordings. But if I do need to do some heavier editing, I'm using the computer microphone. Yeah. It's nice to have the options. Whatever I want to create, I have the ability to it.
Well, you definitely putting it all to use. Like I said, I can't brag enough on your content. So
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's been a lot of fun. It kind of grew into something I never thought it would be. It was just kind of a way for me to show, look what I can do.
Look
Yeah, exactly. You got it. But it really turned into a support group almost, and a place to learn and to teach and to inspire, and it's blown me away. It really has. So it's been. And here's some. I met Nick through my TikTok, so
that's how I met him too, and he's doing some good stuff over there too. So,
and I've learned from his videos and stuff. There are things that I do now on every time I do a heavy glue pull that I wouldn't have done if I didn't see some of Nick's videos. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been really interesting.
Yeah. You want to give a little bit about your background, since you're talking about Nick and body work and all that?
Sure. So, I mean, I've been doing bodywork for 15 years, collision insurance only. I don't really do the restoration or rust work type of stuff. There's less money in that. But it's been fun. I finally hit like the part where you can give me anything and it doesn't scare me. And, I'm pulling frames, I'm doing heavy replacements, and it almost got boring. So I'll tell you, until until this glue pulling came along. So I've really I've had a lot of fun getting back into it, and from the glue pulling, I've kind of been steering towards more PDR type work. And the real motivation there is, I mean, I've always really wanted to own a business. I don't know if you know anything about body shops, but they're quite complicated. I know you guys know about dealing with insurance companies. So imagine running a body shop on top of all that. I mean, you've got PDR shops. So I'm sure you get it. Oh, yeah. It's not a business I'm like, do I really want to commit to doing all that?
Then you get into material cost and all that stuff. And it just
I'm happier. Yeah, I'm happier being the employee. You know, it's I get my nights and weekends off, and that was working. But I still wouldn't mind working for myself, owning my own business, building my own thing. So
That's great.
the idea of PDR, you know, I could do that on the side, you know, and say that gets busy enough to where, you know, it could become a normal gig. That would be great. So yeah, it's really the glue pulling from the collision industry that pushed me this way.
What's awesome because
Amanda says she don't remember what a weekend is. She
Yeah.
we don't necessarily be at the shop working on weekends, but she's stressing this place the whole weekend.
But see, you know, I get it, you know, and that's what everybody says.
It's really not out there.
But you know, there's something to building your own thing, you know, and working for yourself, even if it's more hours and stuff.
Well, you don't have to.
Absolutely.
You don't have to start out with a shop, a location. You know,
Right.
just being on your own and being mobile. Yeah, there's a lot less stress then than I have now.
First,
You know.
don't remember anything. It's because you're
No, he
old.
doesn't. But you know, I will say this, that you know, I hear a lot of people, and I was one of them too, that in anything I wanted to do in life, if I was working somewhere and I could do this on the side, well, if I get better at this, and then I could go out on my own, get to where you can fix a up to a 1-inch dent super clean. Okay, just focus on that. Don't worry about speed. Just focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you put 100% of your time into that field, which means that, okay, I know I can do this. I can get the work. You know, it's one of them things that you just got to jump straight in. And it's all those that want to kind of do it on the side and still body men who say this.
Yeah.
It never works out. It's one of them that if this is what you really want to do, I would just suggest practice, get as good as you can to fix up to a 1-inch dent super clean. And then
like Nick said, lots of great support in PDR industry. Yeah, we all strive.
I've noticed that.
We grow together. Like we all strive to, you know, keep each other up, and we're just all growing together. So
you have a lot of help as long as you're willing to take advice.
Yeah.
There's so much advice out there.
Some people you'll tell advice to, and they do the exact opposite time and time again. And it's like, all right, I'm done. Like I gave you all I could.
I know. But no, it's just one of the things that when you decide you want to do it, just when you decide to give 100% of your time to that craft, you know, just like if I wanted to go to the collision industry and give up PDR, I want to give 100% of my time to that. So
Frank said,
there's no other way.
So hard they send you a bill for the potholes. I like that saying.
Because this was one of the best sayings that was ever said to me when so the guy that introduced this PDR to me is an older guy, is a friend of mine. He has a pinstriping business. Okay. And I rode with him one day. I took a day off work. I said, I just want to ride to your dealerships just to see how you work.
Okay.
And the one piece of advice he gave to me, he said, just remember that when you hit the road and you start visiting all these places, you hit 10 places, you're going to get 9 no's. Okay. You may even get 10 no's, but go back the next week. He said, you may get 1. Do that lot, you know. Do it right. Do what the other guy is not doing. I'm not talking about doing it cheaper. Do it cleaner, do it better. You know, look around. If they're not doing the big dents and only doing the real small stuff, and you're getting to where you want to do some bigger stuff, take that on. Say, okay, I'm not here to replace your guy, but I see that these dents are being left alone. You know, there's ways to kind of move in. You don't want to just go out there and
undercut
or try to take this guy's business away from him.
No.
You know, there's ways to do it to where you come out on top, you know, as a person, as a human being.
Yeah.
Not just.
You touched on the glue pulling thing. So you want to talk about how you got introduced to glue pulling?
Yeah, I mean, really, it all started with Kiko training with Gene Fetty,
Gene
who,
Mother Fetty.
yeah.
Can't get
So
any better.
this guy shows up at my shop, and he's like, oh, like I hear you do content, it's like I'm not really any. I'll help you take some video. So you should look up Danny Hacker, and check out his stuff and really, integrate with him. So I'm like, okay. And I learned a lot from Gene and everything. And I did a little research on him. This is Gene Fetty. Like, he's saying he's nobody. Are you kidding me? And so it was just. It was cool to get to meet him and everything. And actually, so we've been following each other's videos. He's been really supportive on my channel and everything.
We love Gene.
And I'm really excited for him with the what he's doing with the AAI and
I think it'd be a
what
great
he's
thing
about
for the
to do.
industry.
I'm gonna be the first to sign up for his
There you
master
go.
class,
There you
honestly, because that'll be priceless knowledge, So
See, and this is what I love. Aiden said that you inspired him to learn how to glue pull, so you
Yeah,
passing it on down already. That's
Aiden's
awesome.
one of my supportive followers. Yeah, he's I've watched him. I mean, when he was starting, he wasn't doing any body work. Now he's doing body work, so
That's
it's
awesome.
pretty cool. I mean, how cool
Yeah.
is that?
And the collision glue pull, like I know a lot of times now it's basically parts replacers a lot. So if you, especially aluminum, like you're basically replacing parts. So that glue pull just came strong in the automotive, the body shop industry for being able to actually fix that stuff and not have to replace it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at any other option to move aluminum, there really is no good one. They gave us aluminum stud welder systems that are nearly impossible to use, and when you actually get them to work, they don't stick very well, and you wasted all this time, and just give me a new part, So that's how it became. Glue pulling comes along, and it's like, whoa. Holy crap! Did we just fix that? It's like,
Oh, look at here.
yeah. Hey, there he is.
The
That's
Zen
nice.
Master.
How much? Because I've seen him at MTE doing his sale at Kiko booths and stuff. How passionate! You could just feel the passion off of Gene when he's doing that training, right? Like he's just all in, bulldog, just learning it out. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I was the one that got to kick the panel that we pulled out, and it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot that day.
He said it's that ginger fire. You right?
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Are you gonna go to MTE?
MTE. So I have no plans this year. I am going to SEMA this year,
Okay.
and that's really all I'm planning to do this year. But next year, I'm gonna hit something. I don't PDR Expo, MTE. I mean, I gotta pick something.
You got to think the big MTE that we're talking about is Orlando. That's not until the end of January, beginning of February. So that's
got
next
time.
year for you. There you go. Boom, solved it. Go
I'll
to
look it up.
SEMA this
I'll
year.
look it up.
You said it's technically it's next year.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll look it up. That's all right.
Now
Yeah.
the Vegas one is this weekend.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
No, but the big MTE is.
For people learning PDR and like newer to the industry, I think MTE is great because you get to come be like just not even the show itself, sitting outside at the pool bar where we always sit. You gain so much knowledge off that alone, just sitting there talking. And we talk. Our mine are dense 24/7, so we're sitting there talking about repairs and everything. And there's so much knowledge to be gained from MTE.
Of course. Of course.
But
Yeah,
SEMA's
that's
pretty
great.
cool too. I've never been to SEMA. I'd like to check that out.
Neither have I. I've never even been to Vegas, so this should be a lot of fun. And it's on Halloween. So it should be interesting.
Look, Greg conveys.
Greg
He's so important. Yeah, he went last
All right.
year, and I think he fanboyed a little bit on me. He's like, I don't want to talk. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go talk to him. I was like, really? now we're homies Snapchatting all the time and shit. So
Cool.
yeah, it's awesome because Greg's another. He's a body guy learning PDR too. He's actually went trained with Don Cavanaugh up in Minnesota and stuff. So
Okay.
but yeah.
I actually hear that a lot. I hear quite a few body guys have transitioned to PDR and body guys trying to.
You got some great ones too. You got Jack Bucknell, you got Thomas Potter. There's a bunch out there that are really great PDR techs that transition from body guys. So
Yeah. I mean, we have some knowledge of metal flow and everything. We're just a little less patient with with it. I mean, we got
Well,
somebody looking over our shoulder saying, "You got to get that done quick right now,"
Right.
So it's like, all right, grind it, fill it.
no,
You know?
from now on, you'll just have
Great,
customers to do that.
Yeah.
What you doing there, son? How you doing that?
That's the shops that I work at. All the body guys are like, I don't have the patience to do what you do. I'm like, but I'm going to be done in 5 minutes. You're going to be done with the same dent in like 2 days. Like,
So you're right. It's a different kind of patient, and I tell people that all the time with body work. They tell me I don't have patience for body work, and that's what mechanics tell me. And I said, it's not about patience. I'm not patient. I've had ADD my whole life. I can't focus on anything. Are you kidding me? So what I tell them is it's more important attention to detail. If you can pay attention to detail and you can learn from that, you're good. That's what it takes. The rest you can learn. You can get used to patience. You can get used to the rest.
yeah.
I feel like I'm hoping that the PER is kind of similar because I've got that kind of.
I would say you'll find out that some things may be, but
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah.
Well, it's like Brandon was saying earlier, like, and I tell everybody this: make sure your quality's good first, and speed naturally comes with it. So if you're just making sure you're putting out clean work, the speed just naturally comes with it. It's not going to an overnight success by any means.
Absolutely.
I don't
I'd
care
rather
if-
take longer.
I don't
and
care
do
if
a
it
quality
takes you a
job.
day to fix a dime-sized dent, as long as it comes out flawlessly in the end.
You're going to be frustrated as shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I could tell you, I was frustrated the first 5 years of body work, so I understand the
Right.
feeling.
It's just a process. You just got to learn it. It's
Yep.
once you learn how to find that tool tip and
Right.
then it's pressure. Even now, I mean, even though like we've been doing it so long, mess up and put too much pressure behind a dent, or get in a hurry when we know we shouldn't. And I mean, it's going to happen, but
Of course. Yeah. Yep.
So did you, body shop wise, did you come right out of school and hop in a body shop?
No. I actually did. I tried a 4-year college for a little bit, and it clearly wasn't for me. Then I did the work circuit for a little while, and just anywhere I could get a job. It actually even led me to education. I was a paraprofessional in special services, so I worked in all different grades too. But and it was okay, but it was clear it wasn't for me either. And as I'm walking around this high school, there's a poster for a trade school. Gonna come work on cars. I always like cars, So okay, I'll go work on cars, So I go tour the place, and they're like, "What do you want to do?" So I toured the auto body and the mechanical, and right then there's, "So what do you want to do?"
Wait a minute. I can't sleep on it.
Auto body. it was like flip a coin almost, because I didn't know, I just wanted to work on cars. And it was. I'm glad I went this way. Hey, Corey. I love.
Auto body guy.
and his new shop looks awesome.
Oh, immaculate.
Just a couple pictures he's posted on it, but glad
I'm
to
like,
see him
damn
back.
you, Corey.
posting
Now I
stuff.
got to go buy Swiss tracks and shit. Like I was texting him yesterday morning, like I hate you right now. Quit.
I miss his PDR cowboy videos. I know he's busy. But I miss his videos.
He's had a hailstorm 2 years in a row. Like he's killing it down there and getting some great teams in. He's handling it. Like it. No longer than he's been in PDR, like I would have lost all my shit having a hailstorm as quick as he has, and he's growing from it, man. I'm proud of Corey. It's great to see him grow like he has. So
That's awesome.
well, shout out there, buddy. Love you. What's he say? Shop has been a slow build. Social media coming back though. Come on with it.
Yeah.
Well, with that, let's get into that. How did you get into the social media and kind of building your brand of what you're doing now on social media?
Oh, the social media, it's like I said, it was really just something where I could share for my own personal use, but for friends and family and such. But I won't deny when you do social media, you're looking for attention. So it starts, videos started catching some attention, and it kind of caught the bug. I said, oh, well, how far can I get with this, and then I'm like, well, you could start making money with this stuff. And actually pretty early on, I got hooked up with another creator who had over 100,000 followers, and he's going, you're good, man, just keep going, just do this, do that, here's some tips, and do the shorter videos and this and that. And they were easy suggestions, and I took them, and it just went
Wow.
and I said, okay, all right, and, so I got something going here. And then it became work, because then it's like, okay, well, so I should have to do an Instagram, and the Instagram hooked to a Facebook and a YouTube, and this and this and this, and so it's work. But the fact that it's felt like work for about almost a year now, and I'm still doing it, still enjoying it, it's a pretty good sign.
Yeah.
I mean, look at me, I'm on a podcast tonight, that wouldn't happen,
Don't
so
let your head swell too big. It's not ginger, bro.
it's I like your podcast, so I mean,
Thank you,
I've
brother.
never been asked on
I
anything
like
before,
your shirt, by the way, because every new tool in the PDR industry is a game changer. So,
That's great. You're right.
Gene said he remembers you trying to hit a specific number on TikTok when you was out for your training.
Probably 10,000, because that
Okay.
was the big number. And once I hit 10,000, I was
He's talking shit to Amanda, or to me, about me to Amanda.
oh,
I forgot my train of thought, but
He said the 10,000.
oh, the 10,000, yeah. But past the 10,000, so I said I thanked my followers and everything. I said, I got a new goal, 100K. That's where we're headed. So let's set the goal high right now. And I actually had like 3 other creators post that video out saying, follow this guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna make it. And it's like, oh, jeez. But it's humbling. It's very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been. I keep saying it, but it's been a lot of fun.
so
That's
how
awesome.
many followers are you up to? Oh,
Almost 24,000 on TikTok, over 20,000 on Facebook, and 1,200 on Instagram.
You like me with Instagram? I hate Instagram. Like, I can't do shit with Instagram.
And maybe a few hundred on YouTube. So it's
hey, that's you
Are
go
you
in the
doing
right
YouTube
direction.
shorts?
it's anything is great. It's absolutely great. So
Dude, that's awesome.
It's been really cool. I'm getting overloaded with collaboration requests now. People
Really?
want to send me so many free things, but most of them are code readers and things. It's like, well, I already did 2 code reader videos, and they don't.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know what that means.
so
Send me money instead.
yeah, you got any money with that code reader?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it says this really isn't a financial game, I'll tell you, but it's
It can be.
But yeah, you're still doing body work and stuff. Like it's not like you balling.
no, there's a lot more money in the body work, believe me. But the collaborations have been great, and actually now I'm finally at the point where I'm getting stuff from companies that really are interested. So I mean, I got a giant package from Cam Auto. I get stuff from Kiko, and this is I mean, my mind's blown with that
Hold on,
kind of
man.
stuff.
Hey Siri, call Danny Hacker.
So I mean, go ahead.
Speaking of, real quick, Kent, because I had this. If y'all have not purchased the CBH 200 Power PDR box yet from Cam Auto, get it. And when you get it, buy this attachment right here. It's made for creases, okay? But I had a couple of really overstretched dents, and the carbon rod, it tightens it up pretty good. I put this sucker on there, and of course, don't roll it back and forth because I did that and it made cornrows. But just roll it around like this. Oh my God, it tightened that sucker up. I was like, that's a game changer right there. A little ball that he finally has on his website. So y'all go.
I need more shit to burn paint with. Like I need another hole in my head.
I don't burn paint with it.
I know you don't. We different. We built different.
I think they've got it really dialed in. I mean, I'm just using it at the lowest setting right now too, and
Gotcha.
on some nasty stuff.
Nick said game changer.
Game changer.
Game changer. I should actually explain the t-shirts from a leadership training I went through.
There you go.
It was life changing. Discover leadership training. There's my plug.
There you go.
There you go. Well, I wasn't calling you a new PDR tool, so
It's fine. I've been called worse for sure.
Stefan's such a tool. He's a game changer.
Yeah.
What you want to give some advice to everybody out there about social media? Like, what could you do to help build your brand on social media?
Ooh. It's important to stay active. That's the main thing. Is you gotta post 5 out of 7 days out of the week, and more than once a day. Small.
Are there certain times like that are better?
I've had people tell me that
Yeah, exactly.
posting at a time when people are opening their phones, so lunchtime, after work, nighttime when they're just lying in bed scrolling, those are good times to do it. I post whenever I want. I post whenever I get home. I've done editing the video, boom, it's posted. That doesn't matter to me. Hashtags, they're important, but you could just copy and paste from a website. Honestly, it's just important that some are on there for your topics, so the algorithms know.
There's actually a website called, it's like, man, there's a hashtags website that you can put in what you do, and it'll create a bunch of hashtags for you.
I think that's the one I use.
Best hashtags or something like that. Yeah. Somebody talked about it about a while back. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very helpful. Then the algorithms like short videos. People like short videos. People have no attention span. So you need to get them in the first 2 seconds of your video, because I mean that's when, if you look at any of the graphs, it shows they just swipe immediately. Oh yeah,
I'm that dude.
Just swiping. Me too. We all do it.
You know what I've noticed on a lot of the ones that get me lately is they show like the ending first, and then it starts playing from the very beginning. And you're like, and then you get all the way to the end.
Because you want to say, how did that happen?
How'd that happen?
The most interesting part of the video, honestly, just copy and paste it to the front of your video.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
Amanda was doing loop. Amanda learned how to do those loops, and it was really cool because people don't know when the ending and beginning, so they'll watch it,
You take
again and stuff.
You record the beginning of your video at the end and then move it to the front so that it just
You should have seen her trying to explain to me how to do that, like doing my script and shit. I'm like, how'd that go again? That took a while to get that down. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm confused.
Yeah, it's that's another clever one. And to loop what actions is even more clever. I think I had one where it was just a second where I went to my toolbox, I grabbed a piece of paper, I went to the car, and I dropped it. And I went to the toolbox, I grabbed a piece of paper towel, and I went to the car and I dropped it by accident. So every time I dropped it, you can't wipe that on the car. So I had to go get a new one. So I just looped it, and it actually did pretty well. But it's about being clever. It's about, like I said, attention span. So you got to catch their attention right away.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they're going to show you love. Like consistency is a huge one. Amanda, that's what she's saying. She was doing really good, and then we had the hailstorm. It was like hail cars every day. We didn't really. I mean, there's only so many videos you can make about hail cars.
On those days, I mean, so you're scrolling through your social medias, and you find an audio, you're like, save it. Then on those days when you're too busy to shoot something, you have no ideas or whatever, find some old footage, find an audio, you're like, it doesn't even matter if they match up at all. It's just, here's pushing a dent. Doesn't have to show the beginning, doesn't have to show the end, but the audio people really liked. It was just somebody giving an inspirational quote. Post it. It took 2 minutes to make that video. And then you please the algorithm by making a short video. You use their audio. They love that.
Doing crazy jobs help too, Nick said. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick likes to post his crazy jobs,
He
which
does too, yeah.
man, that Camry quarter panel still blows my mind.
Oh, no.
But yeah, that does help too. When people their minds are blown, that helps a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I'm trying, like, and that's what Amanda said. I get her after he gets frustrated at her. And I'm just so like, I want to dive in and fix that damn dent. And she's like, okay, you got to do that again. Okay, the microphone wasn't working. Okay, I'm like,
And be real. It's show a little bit of that. Show a little bit of a blooper action. Even
Oh,
if
yeah.
it cuts off like right before it gets really embarrassing. Like it's whatever. It's people like to know you as a
Authenticity.
person. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, what was it, that Tacoma, the mule deer hit? I think John Yeager called me afterwards. He's like, dude, I really like that video. Like, that was you. Like, I was just sitting there bullshitting about it or
Hmm.
whatever. So she wants me. We were talking about it. You were commenting on it when we was talking to Tyler. I think, like, it's hard for me to, like, cut up and have a good time when I feel like I'm trying to be educational. I want to be serious. So the whole cutting up and having fun is kind of hard for me.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, we got a second
Second
blooper reel started. Of course.
For real.
We do
Nice.
have some fun around here.
That's you got it. You have to. It gets depressing otherwise. Same old grind. You have to make the fun.
Right.
So we know you've been doing the glue pulling. Are you starting to push? Do you have some rods? Do you have anything other than the glue pulling yet?
Oh yeah. So I do have a pretty full set of rods from the Ding King.
Okay.
One of their training sets. Stucky light, a mobile light, plus Kiko's shop light. So I've got that. I played with a hood on a stand in my garage. I did take Jim Mitchell's Real World
Real
PDR
World PDR.
101. So just that first introductory thing.
Yeah.
And I've been practicing finding the tip with the light, setting up the light correctly, and then I started pushing, just to play around. And well, of course, looks pretty bad, but I've been planning to sign on for his monthly thing because I really liked how he had that set up. So that would be good info to have.
Do it
And I always-
because having that before, like even if you do plan to go to Dean King, at least you'll have a lot of the knowledge there, So when you go, it will make it a little bit easier on you and them.
And I always brag on Jim, the Real World PDR. Like, Jim's got a really great way of explaining stuff. I don't know what it is, but the way he explains stuff just clicks like that. It's like, oh shit, like that makes total sense.
Yeah.
So I'm a firm believer in Real World PDR.
That's a tough skill to be able to explain things because I try and do it with body work through my videos, and it's very tough. I'm a
Right.
visual person, so if he's able to convey anything like that to me, is pretty good.
Yeah, I think you'd be happy taking that or doing his online course and stuff.
And if you want to learn lines, which I encourage everybody to learn lines,
No, don't do it. Don't hate your life.
Then go to Dent
Toledo,
Line.
yeah, or
Toledo.
Dent Trainer. And I got a subscription to Dent Trainer. Like, I still look at videos on there. Real World, I had a subscription to it for a while as a pretty seasoned tech. I still go back and watch those videos because they're still shit I'm learning. Like.
I'll usually pay for it for a month or two, and then just go back and watch just even some new content and stuff, and you'll always pick up tips and tricks. But learning on light and learning lines, two totally different things. But
I get it from like a line board.
line
Yeah.
board.
Okay.
I learned
you
on
don't want none of
line
that.
and transitioned to you do.
No, you don't.
You want both. You want both because there's going to be a lot of situations that you're going to see a lot more with lines than you are with a light.
And then when
And
you look
vice
at your line
versa.
board, you look like this. Like, there's too much going on.
You look at it for too long everywhere. You looks like you're behind prison bars everywhere. But no,
Yeah,
I mean,
Corey said he started with online training. So, yeah, there's definitely – I'm glad some guys – Toledo's had Dent Trainer out for a while, and I'm glad Jim hopped aboard with the Real World. Like, that definitely helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
I still feel like you get to a point where you need somebody kind of hand in hand with you, learning too. But that's what
Feedback.
Mark Hunter's been doing a lot of online, and he's still at that point. Like, he's getting frustrated. He's like, I need to get with somebody and learn. I'm like, yeah. It definitely helps because Well, like you said, you're a visual person. Like, yeah, you get visual on the computer, but it's not like being in person.
No.
You know, you two sitting right there. So,
Yep.
highly recommend.
Oh, it's I'll take anything, any kind of training I can get, you know. So and traveling somewhere is I've got aquariums, I've got animals, a dog, cat, and everything. So and nobody else here, so it can make it a little bit tough, but I mean it's possible. Sure. It's very possible.
Well, like I told you in Messenger or whatever too, I don't hesitate to, if you got a question about something, hit me up, hit Brandon up. Like everybody's more willing to help. So
and trust me, I learned on my own. So it's not that you can't. I mean,
right.
I would have loved to have had somebody to teach me, but you know,
one way or another, it's going to happen.
Yeah. All it takes is passion.
Yeah.
When you set your mind to it.
That's what Greg said. He started with Toledo and Jim online, but eventually they get in person to pinpoint issues he was having. So,
yeah, no, it's amazing to me that the community, because you won't find that in the body shop world. I'll tell you that much.
Corey said you come do some R&I for him, and then you can push at night. So you can work 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
yeah. You know, if I didn't buy my house last year, and you know, I'd consider. Believe me.
I'm telling you, you can go 2 towns over and bring David White a 12-pack of Bud Light, and he'll be happy to assist you. So.
Yeah.
Whatever gets me there.
He'd be a good one.
David's one. Yeah, David's one of those guys. He's really like he loves the industry too and loves helping out. So I highly recommend you stopping by over there one day.
James said he can find his tip now. Well,
it's in the wrong place, but he can find it. We love James. We really do. So yeah, you was talking about your aquarium and your animals. You want to get into a little bit of your personal life? So you married?
No, not married. I just, you know, I've either been too busy or just, you know, not other priorities, honestly. But I have a lot of animals. I mean, I'm not alone. My dog's asleep on the couch. The cat's up looking out the window. I'm surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks in here. And then there's
what all you got? Tanks.
2 more.
I see the fish behind you. But.
So I mean, really, the one behind me is really the only presentable one. I keep getting away. Is a puffer fish.
Oh, sweet.
He's all by himself in there. But I got him.
Do you ever run up and scare him?
Oh no. Well, I mean, so yeah, but I won't be able to get him to, you know. Right. So that's not the situation I want to make them do. But they do puff up when they're not scared to exercise their muscles. So it is possible. I just haven't seen it since he was that big. So
like, you know, do the females blow up when they mate, or like you print a picture out and stick it on the side of the tank?
No.
Blow up at each other.
You know what's funny is I have no idea if he's male or female. So I mean, the only way to tell is by cutting them open. Yeah, but yeah, no. Right, exactly. He's my buddy. I've had him a couple of years now. He'll get to be 16, 19 inches long. He's about a foot long right now. And you know, that's a big passion of mine. It's all real plants. It's all natural. I had to reinforce the floor for the weight because that weighs about 2,000 pounds. It's 180 gallons. Holy. So I have downstairs. I have the jacks and extra beams and stuff holding the floor up. Make sure. But yeah, it's especially during the winter. You can't go outside. There's no green outside. I can't mow my lawn. I can't do any of that. You know, I have my green inside, and I get to play with it. You know, so and I can't do house plants because I forget to water them. So
I can see that.
Do you just have the fish in the tanks, or do you have like snakes and?
Well, one of them has a couple turtles, but yeah,
I'm down for turtles.
You know, it's funny. It's
snake guy, so I just.
Oh no, I'll run.
Me either. My buddy has spiders. That's when I stopped hanging out. I'm like, I ain't coming over anymore, man. No. I was like, okay, all right.
What's the puffer fish's name?
That's Toby.
Toby.
I'm a fan of The Office.
Oh
Yep.
yes.
So that's Toby. When he's being a pain in the butt, it's just get out of here. But yeah, no,
Amanda
he's
said some of your plants can live a month or more without water. She knows from experience. So
yeah, well, believe me, I'll kill him.
I love
how
that
we
all the
are.
Office characters you named him Toby, like poor Toby.
Yep,
It's
yeah.
not
Just
Dwight.
just in a corner all by himself in the back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now
Yep.
we know.
Yep, it's
And we don't
Toby.
know if he's a male or female either.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So you got the animals. What do you like to do in your spare time when you're not?
I just pretty much that takes up a lot of my time. I've got a house, so that takes up a lot of my time. But
Prison
there's
Mike?
car shows. I ride my motorcycle.
What kind of bike you got?
Harley Sportster. It's a 1200 though, so
Yeah, you had to make sure. Everybody that's got a sports for 1200 has to say 1200.
it's a 1200. Because if you don't say that, they just assume it's 83. Yeah, I'm a video game guy, so
yeah, me too.
So Nick and I like to play a lot of video games together, actually. But yeah, no, I hop from hobby to hobby. I'll do some woodworking here, I'll do some aquariums there, I'll do some on the motorcycle here. I got 2 other bikes too I'm working on. 72 Honda CB 750 and junk 90 Kawasaki EX 500. I bought that just for friends, just so if they wanted to ride a motorcycle, I got an extra one, you could dump it, and I don't care.
Yeah, I was about to say you can lay it over.
Yeah, who cares,
I would definitely dump it if I tried.
Hey,
Give me 4 wheels, I'm good too.
I think I dumped that one, so it's all right.
I had my crotch rocket days, and they're well past me now. So
Yeah,
I miss them. Every once in a while, I miss them. I'm like, how much did I really ride it when I had it? It's like, okay, yeah, that answers itself right there. I hardly ever got to ride, so
I don't ride that much. It's mostly just an A to B kind of situation, But I've had the same bike for about 11 years now, so it's been good to me. It doesn't owe me anything.
yeah.
So,
What video game system you got?
all of them.
He's single.
You got it. No, I mostly play on the Xbox, but I've been playing with the virtual reality too. I got the Oculus, and I'm waiting for the Quest 3 to come out, so I'm gonna try that. I think that's this month, actually.
And you still have aquariums in there. I'd be knocking them.
Different rooms. Different rooms. Oh, believe me. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
But virtual reality is cool because so I'm the only one in my family in Connecticut. I grew up here, and everybody moved away, but me. My niece and nephew have the virtual reality. My dad's got virtual reality. My sisters, they have it. And if we want to play a game, you put the thing on, and they get on, and you get in this room, and you're doing something like mini golf or something like that. It's like you're in the same room. You can see them,
awesome.
You can hear them. I mean, when you take the thing off, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm alone.
Yeah.
But it's cool. You get to spend time with people, when otherwise it wasn't possible, especially through COVID and everything. So when everyone's locked down, it was great.
We got an Oculus, got it for the kids for Christmas. They got burned out on it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to take it over. And I played it for a while, then I got burned out on it. So
I haven't touched mine in a while.
I had the NFL game on it, and we were back here one day. I had it on playing. Jeff's working on the hood, and I had the covers on the handles, but I didn't have my wrist guard on or whatever. I went to throw the football, and I just hear wham! And Jeff's over there, I threw the controller past, dude. Oops. I was like, this shit real.
It's like the Wii controllers from back in the day. People were throwing the Wii controllers through their TVs.
But no, it is really cool. I like it for that. I need to get it back out. Yeah, I threw the controller in the shop. Yeah, I just told them.
That's great.
Yeah. From now on, the wrist guards or their little wrist things are on, so they don't go flying far when I throw the shit out of it.
Yeah.
What games you like to play besides mini golf on there?
Oh, let's see. There was a couple games. I really like the adventure type games. So there was one called Moss where you're third person. So your character is this little mouse that you run around, and you're just sitting. It brings out a whole world in front of you, and you use the joysticks to move them around, pick stuff up or whatever. So you're not really like picking things up. You know, you don't have arms or hands. But just sitting, you're like sitting in the middle of your video game, but it's a classic style where you're just moving a character third person. I think it was really cool. It was really different.
You sound like somebody's got a PS5 that plays Minecraft. It's like, we got all this technology and all this. And we're playing like graphics from the 80s. You're like, I could look around and be in the game, and I'm like, no, I want to work this little mouse with my joystick.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm going in, I'm playing Tetris. You know, there's no benefit to being VR whatsoever. but you know, whatever.
Unless the blocks were like coming down on you.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it would actually.
Nick C throwing his PS5 away. Don't throw it away. God forbid. That's what I got. I got a PS5. I play a lot of Madden and 2K. And I'm on sports games now. Except God of War. I love some God of War.
Okay.
I love the golf on it.
Yeah.
My dad and I was just gonna say, my dad and I play the golf game. You know, that's the game that he and I would play
PS5
together.
though. That's what we'll play it on.
Yep.
I hadn't tried it on the VR. I don't think Reed even plays it with his
It's
VR
pretty fun on the VR. It's because you can play it like Top Golf. You can go out on the course.
Yep.
There's
No,
no
yeah,
room
they
for
had the
error on
full golf game on there. We were playing I was mostly talking about Tiger Woods on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's that was probably his one game where he could always beat me. And it's always because you spend all day playing it and get his character attributes all the way up, and then it's like, hey, you want to play some Tiger Woods? And I'll choose this guy. You choose whoever you want. 300 yards, 330 yards. It's like, oh my god.
That was the good thing about the old like PS1, PS2. You could buy the Game Sharks.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So
I
like
still have those.
Gran Turismo was my favorite freaking game. The Gran Turismo one, the very first one. Man, I had a Game Genie, whatever it was, Game Shark, and there were cheats on there that wanted to give you $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
So then you could buy any car, and then you could do all the upgrades, like real looking upgrades. Man, I had this 3000 GT with like
DR4 twin turbo,
like 30,000 horsepower. I could never even get like change the transmission to it. It would go beep, beep, beep. I mean, like it go through like 6-7 gears and just be redlining on that, but it would still go. It'd still go like 300 miles an hour. But you get to a curb and you couldn't go anywhere, just straight, you know. But and I think we have just about every Gran Turismo. But
I'm big Mortal Kombat. Ask Amanda about Mortal Kombat. I shin kick the shit out of her. She gets so mad because you get them in that shin kick and they can't do nothing. They're just stuck there getting a shin kick. Flawless victory.
I remember playing that in the bowling alley.
Oh yeah, we got a place here
game.
that's it's called a game terminal. It's got like all old school arcade games.
Cool.
Yep. They got NBA Jam and stuff. Like yeah, that place is excellent. Yeah.
Yep.
We need to go one time when you're down, Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few places like that. And speaking of the driving games, I mean, me and my friends would sit and play the old Forza games. We just sit and run a lap, you know, set a car, set a track, and just set a lap time. And then the next person, you know, beat their ghost or not, you know, and the next person beat their ghost. And it just got faster.
Man,
we do that for hours. Yeah, the Mortal Kombat, yeah.
Yes, you don't play that. Like, no.
I've got people that won't play games like that with me.
I said, hey, they wouldn't put it in a game if it wasn't supposed to be used. I'll kick the shit out of you.
You can practice, you know.
If I ain't doing that, I'm just pushing buttons at that point. I don't remember the moves.
Button mashing.
Yeah. Oh, I am. I'll finish like a cool move. I'm like, I don't even know how that happened. I'll never do it again.
Try and mash them the same way.
Yeah.
That was like the what Baraka, the guy with the scissor arms. But when
Have a
you
good
could
evening,
get
Eldon.
him, when you could get that down pat, and you just sit in the corner and just do this. Every time the person's jumping at you, just slicing them.
Unlimited shin kick.
And it gets to the end after kicking him in the shin, like, finish him. Kick him one more time.
Yeah. Oh, man. I love video games.
Anyway.
It passed the time, that's for sure.
That's kind of my getaway. Like, if I play Madden or something, I'm not thinking about work for once in my life. You know what I mean? It just kind of gets me in the game. It gets rid of everything that's going on in my head. So that's why I enjoy it.
It's important. It's important to relieve that stress somehow. However you do it. So it works for me as well.
Absolutely. Oh man,
we're pretty close to the end.
Yep.
It flew by. I mean,
yeah,
it's always funny because we always say the first half of the show, and then 45 minutes in, then we move on to who you are outside of work.
Yeah, it never.
It's like 42 minutes today. It's like, there we go.
Yeah, no, I just come into this thinking, oh, I don't know if I have an hour's worth of stuff to talk about.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I tell everybody. Anybody, future people coming on, it's like we just sitting here bullshit. That's all it is.
I do want to talk about something though.
We got
the peel wheel.
The peel wheel.
Peel wheel. We got to talk about that.
Very cool product. So, yes. First person I saw with it was Eldar. And it's honestly, if Eldar's using it, it's got to be something good, So I'm like, all right, let me get my hands on that. And I went on the website and I went to order it, and it said Canada Post shipping. I'm like, I'm not in Canada. I'm like, what is that? So I put it back. I didn't do anything. And then I went back to it and I said Canada Post, and I'm like, oh, he must be based in Canada. And I'm like, that's what it is. And then I forgot about it. I got a message one day from him, and he sends me a discount code for it, and I'm like, "Oh, the peel wheel!" So I ordered it up, and I'm like, "I appreciate the discount. I'll do you up a video, And I've got a bunch of followers. None of my videos do well at all or anything with the products, but 12,000 views. He sends me a message. I got all these orders. Thanks, man.
Cool. I'd seen it, and I don't know if it was when you posted it or it may have been before. I thought it was the guy who created it, but anyway, I liked it. Of course, people were like,
I must have missed this one.
So it's almost like a rubber eraser wheel, but it's real small.
Yep.
And to me, it just by watching the videos, it almost seems like it takes it off faster and better.
It definitely does better. Because it doesn't affect what's underneath, whereas every eraser wheel I've had generally does. Yeah. You'll burn some paint, especially because the factories will put those emblems on while the paint's still wet, so it doesn't fully cure under the tape. So it's easy to rub that paint right off. So actually, that first time I used it, the BMW emblem didn't take anything off. So wow. It's the one that's meant for plastic. Yeah. But you could use it on anything. I use it on metal. What I think, and I'm not sure about this, so don't quote me, but I think it's the same kind of rubber that's in a valve stem. So I'll tell you, people tell you to put a valve stem in a drill and use that to rub adhesive off, and it actually works really well.
Really? I've heard that.
But so now you got this little thing next to the texture on your drill, and you're going at it with that valve stem. It's real easy to scratch the paint right down to the metal, right down to the plastic with the drill. So now I don't know if it's the same rubber, but it acts the same. So now I've got a better shaped one with that kind of rubber. So I love it.
So y'all can go watch Stefan's video or videos he's posted with it too. But look, we're not sponsored by them because I don't even have one. But go to peelwheel.com.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I'm going to order one because I'll use them every now and then, not on hail jobs, but
I'm more excited about the wireless Apple CarPlay thing you put a video up of. Yeah, it's wireless Apple CarPlay.
That video went viral.
Huh?
Yeah.
I've made more off of that video than I have off of anything on social media.
Like you put all the grind in, working on the kid, put up videos. You're like, hey, this thing does Apple CarPlay. You're like,
I don't know what happened there. Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. But I just bought it for myself. That's all it was. TikTok gave me a coupon, so I used it. But yeah, the peel wheel is definitely my favorite thing that I've gotten so far.
Cool.
So yeah.
But the Apple CarPlay does work because I'm probably gonna go buy one.
If you've got the apps already, then yeah, it should work.
Okay. Yeah, I got Apple CarPlay and everything. I just hate plugging that some bitch in every time. It's a pain. It's like, why ain't this Bluetooth? Like, we got enough technology to make this shit wireless. Why
I
am I
totally agree with you. It should be built into every radio.
Yeah.
But it's not. So it's much nicer now. I get into the car. It takes about 15 seconds for it to connect, but that's fine. Phone stays in my pocket if it needs to, and I get Google Maps on my screen still. So it's
There you
pretty
go.
cool.
Damn it, I gotta go buy it.
Didn't know I'd be talking about that here.
I know, right?
That video is haunting me.
There's also a hat cleaner in there that keeps popping up on the feed. I'm like, damn it, it's like steams your hat. Because I hate washing hats because my band gets all screwed up. So I think I'm going to buy that bastard too. I'm going to go on a TikTok shopping spree.
There's one too that's like spray that you spray on your hats to keep from. It makes it waterproof.
Yeah, no sweat stains
and all that. Yeah.
Oh, now I need that.
Like they'll do half and half, and I'm like, yeah, I need it bad because
This show brought to you by TikTok Shop.
Oh man.
Oh
no, I'm glad they're doing that in my head because you'll see like before that TikTok Shop, you'd see something you won't be like, how do I get it? And now you're like, oh shit, I click a link.
Well, I promise not to overload people's For You pages with products. If I want to buy something and it's going to be free if I make a video,
oh, absolutely,
I'm going to make a video. So.
Oh, it's good. Well, man,
I got to go pick my daughter up from, it's homecoming week, sir. She's up there building floats and all that good stuff. So I get to go get her.
That's next week for us. And Mandy and the kids are going to driving to College Station to Texas A&M Auburn game. So I will be here with the dogs and I will be working. But anyway,
Stefan, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We appreciate you coming on, taking the time, and everybody watches, comments. We can't thank y'all enough. And I will.
You ain't checking out I Break You Fix. Go check him out on all the platforms.
I Break You Fix 47. Is that what it is?
You break, I fix.
You break, I fix.
I Break You Fix.
Yeah. Like saying dentless paint repair.
Hey, look.
I said that.
Danny, I heard Stefan's getting some free Kiko shit.
I'm sure he heard.
All right, well, I'm going to end this, but I'm going to put us in the back room, and when I end it, we'll say our goodbyes afterwards. So just hang out for a second, Stefan. But anyway, appreciate everybody. We'll let you know who we have next week if we do have a show. But we will try and figure it out. I mean, we got a whole list of people that we got to do, but we've just been so busy.
Yeah.
Anyway, appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye, everybody. What happened? What'd you do?
Oh,
you broke it.